first video on today's list comes to us from a YouTube channel going by the name of Simply Channel Horror, and it seems to originate from Japan. In the video, which was filmed back in 2014, we follow an unnamed man as he makes his way through an eerie and scarily dark ruin at an undisclosed location. For the first little while, he doesn't really seem to find anything of importance. But as you can probably expect, this all changes towards the end of his visit. While exploring one room that actually has a little bit of light in it, the channel owner pans his camera across the room and continues his investigation. But little did he know that he already captured something terrifying. Take a look.
怖い。これは本当に怖い。さすがにちょっとなんか大便器ですね。木があってなんか抜けてます。ライトがちょっとこの辺にしておきます。これはちょっと怖いです。一旦出ましょう。ちょっと。
The video ends shortly thereafter, but it seems as though the man did not notice this creepy face peering in at him while he was actually there. Let's just hope that the man in the video is doing okay these days, and let's also hope that he does not venture back to those old ruins for a second exploration. A YouTuber named Magnus Rismir posted a video to his channel in April of 2014 in which he ventures out to explore an abandoned haunted house located somewhere in Norway. Throughout the duration of the video, we watch as Magnus slowly but surely makes his way around the inside of the house, which appears to be extremely dark due to the lack of windows. However, very quickly he finds out that there's still electricity in the abandoned house. For the first little while, it doesn't seem as if Magnus is going to come across anything too interesting or spooky during this investigation, but that all changes in the blink of an eye. At one point in the video, he peeks his camera up in a certain spot of the house, only to be met with something so scary that it causes him to scream for dear life and run away as fast as he can. Take a look.
Fanas.
Upon panning the camera up, Magnus is greeted with the horrifying sight of some kind of creepy creature or masked individual staring down at him. This of course is enough to cause Magnus to run out of the house as fast as he possibly can, before the video unfortunately cuts to black. Despite the fact that this video is 9 years old, to this day nobody has been encountered that day. So what do you guys think it is? Is this some kind of demonic entity? Perhaps this was a person hiding out in the house, or is this something else entirely? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments down below. A YouTube channel by the name of Paranormal Explorers specializes in uploading content related to paranormal entities, the exploration of creepy abandoned buildings, and more. On a particular video uploaded on August 22nd, 2020, the crew behind the channel was exploring an undisclosed area, more than likely looking for any sort of paranormal evidence to capture on camera. If that is what they were looking for, It seems as though their hopes became a reality, as during one certain section of this video, something very weird and goosebump inducing can be seen if you brighten up the video. Gratefully, the folks over at the Paranormal Explorers YouTube channel did exactly that over on my Spook subreddit, where you can share or watch hundreds of paranormal related videos. Take a look at the video and see what the crew filmed that night.
You see them? Hello? Is that someone standing there with eyes, or is that just me?
If you look right behind the gravestone in the center of the picture, you can see an odd light-shaped object seemingly peering from the corner of the gravestone, before disappearing from sight altogether. Some commenters aren't too convinced though, and say it's nothing more than a light. But what do you think? Is this evidence of a ghostly figure captured on camera for a brief moment, or is there another explanation to this? Let me know in the comments. For the majority of people, crosses are supposed to represent Jesus Christ, God, and can often be found in churches as beacons of hope and love. However, depending on the situation, a cross can actually end up being an object of fear, as this video suggests. Posted on my Spook subreddit, where I encourage you to share any and all paranormal footage you may have for a chance to be featured on a video just like this one. The uploader named Talia G shared the home surveillance footage with the caption, "This happened to me this morning." Let's take a look. If any other object would have fallen off the wall, such as the clock or any of the pictures to the right side, it wouldn't have been nearly as frightening or interesting. But seeing as how it is a cross, an object meant to represent Jesus, it makes it all the more creepy. If this was staged, the people behind the camera would usually have chosen any random object to come flying off the wall, but here a cross falls down. As always, any video could have been faked regardless of how real it looks, but this one feels quite real in many ways that were just mentioned. But I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Is this a staged video, or is this actual footage of a strange cross falling off the wall just as the homeowner walks underneath it? I'll let you decide. This security camera video was posted to Reddit half a year ago and starts off normally enough. We watch as a woman makes her way into this unidentified hotel, seemingly ready to go to her room and go to bed. However, as she is soon going to find out, it won't be that easy. The woman can be seen walking down the hotel corridor while playing around on her phone, when all of a sudden, this happens. A plant can be seen randomly tipping over, much to the confusion of the woman shown in the footage. But before the plant tips over, a shadowy figure can be seen for just a brief second. Finally, a blast of wind hits her face out of nowhere. She then bolts into a full-on sprint before the video shuts off abruptly. What could have possibly caused all of this to happen? There certainly didn't seem to be any strings attached to it anywhere, but maybe it was just hard to see. Let's just hope that this woman managed to have a good rest of her stay at the hotel and she didn't experience any more paranormal encounters. A Reddit user by the name of Light Surgery posted this truly creepy video online that has sparked quite the debate across the internet amongst a ton of passionate paranormal aficionados. To provide just a little bit of context, the uploader wrote, quote, "I just moved to a 1800s Victorian terrace house in London. The house is opposite back onto a cemetery. I just got a motion alert on my doorbell video and it had captured something that looks a bit strange to me." End quote. Very interesting. Now let's have a look and watch the video to see if we notice anything bizarre. The uploader continues writing, saying, quote, "It looks to me like a figure peering round the side of the house and then walking off, past the neighbor's car and onto the street. But it looks like a shadow rather than a person. Can anyone here suggest what this could be, if anything?" A lot of people in the comment section of the post cannot help but express just how freaked out they were after watching the footage, with one Reddit user writing, quote, "I haven't seen something that creepy since you first see the alien in the movie Signs, when it walks past the alley at the children's birthday party." End quote. I'm sure many of us were traumatized by that scene. This video is a couple of months old at this point and it doesn't look as though the mystery has been solved, and like it or not, it probably never will be. Justin Parker Productions is a YouTube channel that is mostly filmed with content relating to random vlogs, comedy sketches and food. In other words, it's not at all the kind of channel where you'd expect to find a creepy video. But there is one upload he made on November 24th, 2021 that's certainly quite scary. At the beginning of the video, Justin explains that there is something strange in the closet that's causing his cat to be freaked out. At various points throughout the video, the curtain can be seen moving seemingly all by itself, which only makes Justin and his cat more uncomfortable as time passes. This continues for quite a long while, but then towards the 1-minute mark of the video, something a bit more aggressive happens. Take a look and see.
How can I be a competent queen? I must develop my city carefully. Agricultural irrigation is definitely a priority. Dig a canal to water the crops. Trade develop a stream of resources. Next is the military. Powerful weapons can better protect my people. The nation will flourish under my rule. The Grand Pyramid is a symbol of our nation's strength. And these statues, they symbolize my power and prestige. Under my rule, the country has grown stronger and more prosperous.
And she keeps going over here to it, you know. Oh, hell no. See, this is what was going on a while ago. Damn curtain. Over here moving.
At this point, it's obvious that Justin is slowly getting more paranoid, but even still, he manages to stick around and film the closet in case something else happens. And sure enough, a little over 30 seconds later, something much more terrifying happens.
I mean, I don't know what the hell it is. No. Oh, hell no. I'm done.
An object gets thrown out of the closet, which understandably causes Justin to freak out. To this day, Justin has no idea who, or rather what, was inside his closet. Who knows if he will ever solve the mystery. Let's just hope something like this never happened to him or his cat again. This video from Reddit may only be a couple of seconds long, but it's absolutely sure to give you the chills. The post was made by a user named Menace to Sobriety, who shared the security camera footage on the internet. The video in question certainly appears to be fairly normal when you first take a look at it. We can see a girl laying down on her bed in the middle of the day as she plays around on her phone. However, in just a matter of seconds, this seemingly harmless video will pull the rug out from under you, and you'll see that sometimes, even being in the comfort of your own bed doesn't make you entirely safe. Out of nowhere, an unseen presence proceeds to move the girl's bed a couple of inches, which prompts the terrified girl to get off of the bed immediately and run out of the room as fast as she possibly can. Sadly, there aren't any bits of context that were left behind with this video for us to analyze and dissect, but even still, a YouTube user by the name of Warmonger shared a video to their channel on April 27th, 2019 that was taken in an unknown forest. It may only be 6 seconds long, but sometimes the shortest videos can be the hardest to explain, and the strangest as well. In the video, we see a seemingly normal forest late at night, as the person recording points their camera out toward the darkness, which is when something eerie makes a brief appearance. Take a look. The creature looks like it definitely could just be a person acting like a humanoid creature, but we also didn't get a good enough look at it to be absolutely sure. It's also worth noting that the video was uploaded to Warmonger's channel without any audio, so we will never know if anything was actually said when this creature appeared on camera. This is also the only video that was ever uploaded to Warmonger's YouTube channel, so it may not have been made for the purpose of staging in hopes to go viral. What do you think? Is this actual footage of a creature caught on camera, or was this a hoax? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. The following video was published to the popular ghost subreddit by a user known as Asomak a couple of days ago, and has been taking the community by storm, theorizing what the footage could possibly show. The upload of the footage provided a bit of context that reads, quote, "While I was out last night, I checked my security camera at around 11:30 PM and saw this. Any ideas on what it could be? When I got home at 1 AM, I checked the camera before I walked in the door, and it was definitely still there. But once I was inside, I couldn't see anything in person, and it disappeared from the camera feed. I have a lot more recorded footage that spans over an hour or so." End quote. Let's take a look and see what he captured. Just by taking a quick look at the video, it is definitely quite difficult to tell what exactly it is that this security camera managed to record. It doesn't appear to be any kind of creature or something, but rather a very small paranormal entity. I'm always quite skeptical when it comes to orb videos, as they almost always are caused by either dust particles or a bug on the lens. Whatever can be seen in this video is, however, a bit harder to explain. So for now, all we can do is theorize and come up with our own answers. What do you guys think is going on in this video? Does the security camera footage show some kind of a ghost, or is this something else entirely? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Dogs are man's best friend. Millions of people from all around the world own these lovable animals as pets, and because of this, it's our job to make sure that they are always happy and healthy. Unfortunately, this can sometimes be out of our control. Our dogs can be scared of things that we are simply unsure of, as evidenced in this genuinely terrifying video published to TikTok by a woman named Lauren Coombs on September 21st, 2022. The video description reads, quote, "My roommate and I's dogs were acting super alert and protective out of nowhere. I decided to check our new backyard camera we got a couple days ago, and I literally started crying." End quote. What could Lauren have seen on the tape that caused her to cry? Well, without further ado, let's take a look. As you can see, a strange figure can be seen pacing around back and forth in the backyard thanks to a security camera. Lauren then wrote, quote, "I don't know who or what that is, but it literally looks like it's pacing back and forth in front of our tree line. I posted the dogs acting upset. The second video is of the original outside camera, and the third video is of the same video just magnified. I want to throw away the backyard camera." End quote. What do you think was pacing around in Lauren's backyard that night? Leave all your theories in the comments down below. The following bizarre video was published to YouTube in June of 2015 by a man named Oleg Petrov, and seems to showcase some truly eerie activity happening in the middle of the day in a seemingly normal home. The video begins with an audibly panicked Oleg, saying that there is something in his kitchen while panting heavily. Throughout the course of the video, Oleg slowly makes his way to the room, careful not to make too much noise. However, despite his slow movements, it seems as if he still got quite a scare at the end of the day. Have a look.
I hear something in the kitchen. The chair.
All is peaceful and quiet in the kitchen for a long while, when all of a sudden, one of the chairs begins to move aggressively toward Oleg, which in turn causes him to flee from the area as fast as he can before shutting off his recording. Sadly, this video doesn't have a whole lot of context surrounding it, meaning that there is not a whole lot to analyze here. By watching the video, it certainly seems that there was nothing in the kitchen, but the chair moving could obviously be achieved with the help of string. So was this the work of a poltergeist, or was it just a hoax? I guess we'll never know for sure. The following video, posted to TikTok by a woman going by the username WhitMarie1, looks like a wholesome and innocent video on the surface. In it, we hear Whitney trying to get her horses' attention, who are all too busy relaxing outside to hear their owner. It only takes Whitney a couple of seconds to realize that her horses are stopped still and looking at something. Naturally curious, Whitney proceeds to look around and scan the area for any sign of what her horses are so captivated by. Although she doesn't initially notice anything, that changes relatively quickly.
Taxi. Hey.
Out of nowhere, a deep and menacing voice can be heard coming from somewhere nearby saying "hey," before just a couple of seconds later, the same voice produces an incredibly unsettling laugh. In the description of the upload, Whitney says that the entire incident left her completely speechless, and it seems as if the commenters on the post are as equally confused as she is. Was this some sort of demonic entity roaming around the area, trying to startle her? Was it just a prank? Or was this a hoax? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Over on my previously mentioned Sir Spook subreddit, a user by the name of Yodru shared a video that at first glance seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. In it, a man is seen filming in his mother's closet as he wants to show his friends the shelf that he made for her. Out of nowhere, the man then hears a strange, screaming sound which understandably alarms him and causes him to ask out loud, "Who's that?" before something frightening happens. Take a look.
Oh, this shit's fire. Mama got this set up. What the hell is that? Oh! What the hell is that? Oh!
The man also shows a series of videos of other creepy things that have happened to him in his house, which range from objects moving on their own to even more strange noises coming from seemingly nowhere.
All day. Yo. 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 Yeah. But, bro, this shit open even more, you know? But,
The man in question says he no longer lives at the house and is glad that he doesn't. Sadly, neither him or we have any sort of certain answer as to what happened in his house throughout the course of these videos. But let's hope that one day we get the answers we are all hungry for.
Nada como empezar mi día con una afeitadora Brown. Con la nueva serie 9 Pro consigo un afeitado más eficiente, más rápido y más suave en cada pasada. No importa si es con barba de 1, 3 o hasta 7 días. Yo lo tengo claro. ¿Y tú? Descubre el resto de afeitadoras y recambios Brown, ahora con hasta 5 años de garantía. Brown, diseñado para durar.
¿Pueden los juguetes contar historias? Sí. Kinder diseña cada juguete para despertar la imaginación de los niños. Descubre más en la app de A Play Do. Un pequeño placer con mucho cariño. Descubre más sobre nuestros juguetes en kinder.com.
Epoch Paranormal is a very unknown YouTube channel that specializes in uploading fascinating videos relating to various different paranormal investigations, abandoned building explorations, and more. While lots of their videos are highly entertaining, the best of them all is without a doubt a recent video in which the crew explores the West Virginia Penitentiary. Throughout the course of the video, we see just how run down and eerie the place is. Most people wouldn't dare step foot inside the place, but the people behind Epoch Paranormal are definitely courageous. At around the 3-minute mark, the cameraman walks down a creepy cell block and captures something chilling. Take a look and see if you notice anything out of the ordinary.
It looked like there was a person there. Right there in front of me, it looked like there was a person.
Did you see it? If not, it's easy to see why. There appears to be some sort of shadow-like figure quickly walking by, off in the distance before disappearing altogether. Even the man filming says, it looks like there was a person there. The video ends shortly after this, so we are left to wonder, what exactly was recorded in the West Virginia penitentiary that day. Because this video only has a little over 100 views, we may never know for sure. A user by the name of Danny Ramirez uploaded the video that you will see below on TikTok. The video in question begins in a rather ordinary manner, as we witness Danny filming some forests that are located nearby. On the other hand, in just a few moments we are going to learn the reason why Danny was so enthralled with the woods on that particular evening. Raise the volume and give it a listen before proceeding.
What the absolute heck is it?
Our uploader is understandably more than a little bit freaked out by the sounds that can be heard emanating from the neighboring woods, which are exceedingly loud and frightening and seem like they are being made by a Bigfoot. There is of course no way to know for certain whether or not these noises were indeed produced by a Bigfoot or something much less ominous. Some people suggest it could perhaps be wolves. In either case, it provokes thought, and that much is certain. The following video was published to TikTok by a woman who goes by the username of Savannah Vibes, and actually starts off relatively cute and wholesome, before taking a seriously dark turn. In the footage, we watch Savannah's young daughter playing around with a plush toy on the ground. A kid simply being a kid and having the time of their life. It's hard not to watch this video and smile, at least at first, that is. As the little girl sits on the ground playing with the plush, something strange and frightening happens right before her eyes without her even actually noticing anything. Take a look at this and see if you notice anything out of the ordinary. Did you see it? It only happens very briefly in a blink and you'll miss it kind of moment, but at this moment you can see that the plush toy's head moves ever so slightly without any sort of assistance at all. Naturally, this has caused many viewers to be absolutely baffled as to how something so strange like this could even happen. And as you can imagine, the mother of this young girl is just as terrified and is desperately wanting answers. Sadly though, no answers have ever been given in relation to this video. So what do you think? How did this plush's head move all by itself? Was there some strange ghost possessing the doll? Was this something far less sinister? Let's hope for the latter. A Swedish TikTok user known as Den Fisken posted a video to his account on January 22nd, which sees him wandering around a forest all by himself in the middle of the night. While he's shown trying to fix up a chainsaw, likely as part of a job in forestry, he suddenly hears something incredibly strange and eerily nearby that causes him to stop dead in his tracks in complete terror. Take a look and have a listen. As you just heard, the noise that was coming from somewhere in the forest definitely didn't sound too friendly, and it didn't sound like any kind of human. Some people suspect that this sound could have come from a timber wolf, but others think that the sound is coming from something much scarier, the Wendigo. Originating from Algonquin folklore, the Wendigo is a mythological entity that has permeated various forms of art and literature, from social commentary to spine-chilling horror fiction. Often portrayed as a malevolent spirit or a creature with humanoid traits, the Wendigo is believed to possess humans, inducing in them an insatiable hunger for human flesh and driving them towards acts of murder. Some descriptions paint the Wendigo as a colossal figure with an icy heart, its presence heralded by a noxious odor, or an abrupt drop in temperature. This enduring legend continues to captivate and terrify audiences, serving as a testament to the enduring power of folklore in shaping cultural imagination. Sadly, we still don't have any kind of updates regarding this video, leaving us all to speculate the source of this spooky sound. Either way, let's just hope that Den Fisken won't have to experience something this terrifying in the forest again. On March 8th, 2021, YouTuber Urbex Hill headed out to explore a staggeringly beautiful and completely untouched Hungarian Lutheran church. Watching the video, it is amazing to see just how intact and wonderful the interior of this church looks. You would not believe that this place is actually abandoned, but shockingly it is. During one point in the investigation, Urbex is filming the stained glass windows, which look stunning. But take a look at the hallway when he does it, and you'll notice something unsettling. Later on, right before he's about to head up a staircase, Urbex hears some things that garners his attention. And then right before he's about to leave, he hears yet another voice that stops him in his tracks. If you are interested in checking out Urbex's full video, I highly recommend to do so, if anything just to see the mesmerizing interior of the church. It's a 20-minute video, but it is 20 minutes well spent. This first video, which was uploaded by a user with the alias Wolfhound227 and shared on the popular Ghost subreddit, is likely to send shivers down your spine. The uploader writes, quote, "I went down into the basement of a church on my site and did some investigating there. I heard footsteps right above me moving in the direction of the altar. That was a fun night." End quote. Let's watch the footage together to find out what occurs, shall we?
You'll hear it again. Yep. Yep.
As you can hear, there are definitely some odd noises that sound like footsteps coming from above the uploader. These noises can be heard clearly, but the answers to the questions of why or how are not known at this time. Due to the fact that this footage is so cryptic, it is quite doubtful that we will ever figure out what is going on or why it happened. Let's just cross our fingers and hope that the next time this Reddit user investigates a location like this one, he practices the highest possible level of safety. These first two videos come to us from a TikTok user named Magnus Madsen, who has been experiencing some rather troubling things in the comfort of his own home as of recently. The first video seems to be some piece of home security camera footage that starts off normal enough as we see Magnus walking by the camera quickly before eventually disappearing from view. He says that he filmed for 11 hours before he was able to capture anything on camera. Eventually though, he did end up recording something rather chilling. Take a look.
I filmed for 11 hours before anything happened. Look at the lights on the table.
Magnus said that he initially did not notice this when it happened, as evidenced by the quick shot of him walking around nonchalant at the end. The second video that Magnus uploaded follows a similar pattern. He is trying to prove to his audience that the house he is currently living in is haunted, so he sets up a camera for an extended period of time to document proof of this. We see Magnus working on something in one of the rooms in his house when all of a sudden this happens.
I often have nausea, headaches, and stomach aches, and at the same time I freeze a lot. The ghost has followed me all my life. However, it has started to scare me more and more, especially when I live alone.
Magnus says that he has had a sense of nausea and unease ever since experiencing these things. Let's just hope that the house that Magnus is living in doesn't carry with it a deep, dark sickness that he can't get rid of. This first video comes to us from the wildly popular Paranormal Encounters subreddit, from a user by the name of Prestigious Bad 1998, who posted this creepy video that has been the talk of the subreddit for the past little while. He says that his motion sensor usually picks up white orbs, but says that this particular piece of footage was quite different from the rest that he usually manages to film. Let's take a look and see for ourselves. Just looking at the short 5-second video once is enough to give you goosebumps. At first, it looks as though some black orb is making its way down the stairs, but with each passing second, the more eerily human whatever this thing is starts to look. Could this potentially be some sort of paranormal entity walking around this homeowner's house? If that's not the definitive answer, then what could it possibly be? Either way, I think it's safe to say that we're all hoping that this poor homeowner can soon go back to living his life in peace and quiet. The following eerie video was uploaded to TikTok by a user by the name of Alexios. In the video, Alexios claimed to show the reason why he left his apartment. The video begins in a very typical manner, with the uploader focusing his camera on an object in his home that is located quite a distance away. Everything seems to be in order until the camera moves in as close as it can get, at which point we realize why Alexios is so afraid. Take a peek. This video is making no sense at all. What the heck is going on? It looks like a hand has a tight grip on the doorknob without moving at all. And while the camera zooms in, there appears to be two glowing eyes at the top. But what does any of this mean? There are a number of people in the comments area of this video who are similarly puzzled, and because of this, I am interested to hear if you have any hypotheses or thoughts. If you do, please be sure to mention it in the comments below. Aston Hall is a Grade 1 listed Jacobean house in Aston, Birmingham, England, designed by John Thorpe and built between 1618 and 1635. It is a leading example of the Jacobean prodigy house. The house was bought in 1864 by Birmingham Corporation, becoming the first historic country house to pass into municipal ownership, and as it turns out, it's also allegedly quite haunted as well, as evidenced by the following TikTok video. In fact, the mansion was named as the UK's top haunted site in October of 2019, according to the Spectrum Paranormal Investigations and National Lottery. The video in question was published by a user named SabCarl8890, who can be seen exploring the fascinating Aston Hall throughout the clip. Approximately the first minute of the footage is relatively normal as we watch the uploader explore the building and all that it has to offer. However, very shortly, things take a seriously dark turn for the worse.
Mary? I mean you no harm. We know you're in there. We've seen you. Where are you, Mary?
Oh my God.
Mary?
Did you see it? Oh my God.
Mary?
Then, about 30 seconds later, something else happens inside this exact same room that is sure to make the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
Mary? Are you still in there, Mary? You can come out now. My name's Thomas. Hello.
The two figures seen in this footage actually appear to be the same one, but it could also be two distinct figures together in the same room. Who or what exactly is this figure? Is this a shadow figure, a ghost, or something else entirely? Perhaps this is all a big hoax. We may never know for sure.
Are you using Google Ads or Google Analytics?
A YouTuber called Ghosty frequently uploads videos to his channel in which he explores various abandoned places from around the world and documents his encounters with the paranormal and beyond. In this particular upload, Ghosty is venturing out to an abandoned and allegedly haunted asylum at an undisclosed location. Thankfully though, unlike a lot of people on my channel, Ghosty didn't explore the place alone. In the over 30-minute video, we watch as Ghosty and company explore the building, which appears to be extremely debris-ruined and thrown apart. As soon as he steps foot into the asylum, it just gives off super creepy vibes that are impossible to shake. But let's rewind a bit. Before Ghosty even decides to enter the building, something odd can be heard coming from nearby. Take a listen.
But any people that could feel things, any empath that could feel things here? Oh. Empath that could feel things here? Oh. Empath that could feel things here? Oh.
Somewhere in the area, you can make out what sounds like some children screaming. For what reason? Nobody knows, which just makes it even more unsettling. Ghosty then asks aloud if he just heard some screams, to which he hears this as a response.
I know you could feel me. I know this. I do have an attachment here. I heard a scream earlier. Was that you? Oh. Oh. Okay.
Then, at around the 24-minute mark, while standing around in one of the asylum's rooms, Ghosty proceeds to hear a truly terrifying sound.
Hey, movement over there now. Oh,
You hear
that?
Where's it coming from though? Sounds like... Okay. Oh, hell no. Yo. No. Mm-mm. No. No. Okay. Oh, hell no. Yo. No. Mm-mm. No. No. These windows are blocked. There's no animals in here. No. That ran towards us.
If all of this wasn't terrifying enough as it is, there's one last scare that Ghosty and company are in for. It happens at around the 29-minute mark when Ghosty plays a voice recorder. What he hears back is very eerie.
Coming.
Despite being well known for his videos on urban exploration, I think it's safe to say that Ghosty probably won't be making a second trip to this particular building, and honestly, who can blame him? Let's just hope that we eventually get an answer as to who or what was in the asylum that day. Sometimes people set up security cameras in their bedroom that are set to record when they go to bed for safety reasons. To be honest, it's something that more of us should probably invest in doing, as this horrifying video proves. The footage was uploaded to TikTok by a user named SomeDemon on July 27, 2022, and shows security camera footage of a woman enjoying a good night's sleep in the middle of the night. However, unfortunately for her, this peaceful and dreamy sleep is about to get rudely interrupted by something very, very evil. Out of nowhere, the young woman sits up out of bed in an unsettling manner before opening up her mouth as wide as possible before abruptly lying down again. I don't know about you, but this video reminded me a lot of Reagan in The Exorcist, who also gets possessed in bed and starts screaming. Do you think that this woman on this TikTok video really did get possessed, or was it just an example of really good acting? Either way, it will definitely stick with you. Are we really as safe as we think we are when we go to bed? Think about that before you turn the lights off tonight. It seems like a lot of people managed to capture some of the strangest and creepiest things on their home surveillance camera, and this video published to the previously mentioned ghost subreddit by the user GrandSlammer0891 is definitely not an exception. The uploader states in the title of the video that "My buddy got an alert on his home security camera in Mansfield, Massachusetts." The following video is the alleged unedited and completely raw footage that was captured during this one particular night. Let's have a look. During the first couple of times I watched this video, I couldn't see exactly what it was that startled the original uploader, but eventually I adjusted my brightness and got quite the scare when I noticed that if you look hard enough, you can make out what appears to be some sort of ghostly figure hiding within the confines of this person's house. The homeowners were able to notice this figure. It's either the homeowners have eagle eyes and are super aware of anything on their premises, or this is just one big hoax. But no matter the answer, this is still a remarkably chilling piece of footage that is sure to send shivers down your spine. A TikTok user named Angelo Badiano shared the following video to his account on March 21st, 2022, and seems to be quite cute and adorable when you first take a look at it. We watch as Angelo is trying to give a drink to his baby when all of a sudden something strange startles him.
Les quiero enseñar a mi princesa cómo ya platica conmigo. Mi amor, ay, perdón. ¿Qué es eso? Ven, Angelaine. Ven, mi amor, ven. Ven, párate, porque no te puedo dejar acá. ¡Lisette! Espera, mi amor. ¡Lisette! Nos acaban de tocar la puerta y la acaban de abrir, no hay nadie. Estoy solo con mi hija. Estoy temblando. Espérate. Les quiero mostrar que no hay nadie acá en el patio, no hay... ¡Lisette! ¡Ven! No hay nadie acá en el patio.
A mysterious knocking noise can be heard coming from the door nearest Angelo, before eventually opening all by itself. It's obvious that he's quite spooked by this incident, and it's hard to blame him. He proceeds to take a good look around, but he's unable to find anything whatsoever. When Angelo went to bed that night, he was surely deeply concerned for the safety of himself and his baby. And seeing as how this video is so new, anything is possible. Let's just hope that whatever knocked on that door and opened it isn't lingering around, and that Angelo and his baby can live in peace. A man named Matt is operating a heavy piece of machinery in this video and seems to be doing the job well. However, in just a matter of seconds, this seemingly ordinary video takes a considerably dark turn that you probably won't see coming. Watch this.
Anyway, it's pretty cool. What the hell? No. No. Wait, there's nothing there.
It's at this point in which Matt is absolutely convinced that he has run a person over, stating that nothing else would cause the loader to react that violently. He keeps uttering the word no over and over again, probably scared out of his mind that he's just run someone over and caused serious harm to them. He then exits the loader and proceeds to check if the individual is okay. However, upon checking, he doesn't see anyone. When he checks the monitor, he notices that there is a person or some kind of paranormal entity that shows up on the screen. If you look carefully, you can see the figure briefly moving at the bottom of the frame. It is seemingly moving right towards the cameraman. After this, Matt got away from that spot as fast as possible. It's probably safe to assume that Matt will never forget this day. Hunting the Unknown is a very popular YouTube channel that focuses primarily on abandoned building exploration and paranormal investigation related content. It's safe to say that this video, which was published to that channel on February 12, 2023, is one of their most unnerving works to this day. Their other films in general have a sinister tone to them. The video in question shows the proprietor of the channel as he enters an abandoned and haunted house in the middle of the night, all by himself, which makes the situation 10 times worse. The investigation begins in a rather routine manner as we observe the uploader moving around inside of the residence, which has clearly seen better days. Our uploader had to make his way through a place that appears to be in complete disrepair, which more than likely had to be more than a little unpleasant to walk through. And I'm talking from experience. When this does occur though, at around the 11-minute mark, true panic begins to set in.
Whoa. What was that? Hello? Oh, hell, what the f***? Oh, hell. Oh, my God. What the f?
The uploader's electromagnetic field suddenly sparks, and shortly after that, a wheelchair is observed going about all by itself for some reason. Then, after waiting a few more minutes, he hears this when he is exploring a different part of the house.
Trash completely. Hello? Someone down there.
There is a little break of roughly 2 minutes before yet another eerie thing happens. Have a listen.
Anyone there?
It's possible to hear the spirit box say ghost, and then 1 second later, it's possible to see a cloaked figure within a room. However, the uploader did not witness this at the time that the tape was being made. He seems to catch a glimpse of a figure out of the corner of his eye, but by the time he turns around, the person is no longer there. What exactly do you believe was happening inside of this really eerie house? Was there truly a ghost there? Was the whole thing really an elaborate hoax? There's no way for us to know for certain. Although this next piece of footage is quite blurry, it's nevertheless an utterly bone-chilling clip that will give you the chills. The video was filmed all the way back in October of 2012. Before we get into the person who uploaded the video to YouTube giving some much needed context, let's first have a look at the video to see if we notice anything unsettling right off the bat. Now for the context. The uploader writes, quote, "This creepy real ghost tape was sent to us by an anonymous paranormal investigator who claims to have procured it from a young backpacker on holiday in Europe who caught this ghost on video when visiting a castle. The apparition does appear to be very distinct, but we are unsure of the location and unable to research any claims of supernatural activity in the area. It sure looks haunted to us though. A perfect place for a Ouija board session to raise a demon or invoke some scary paranormal activity." End quote. So what do you think? Do you believe that this eerie video actually shows ghostly activity happening, or do you think that this is something much less sinister? Be sure to let me know.